One rumor about you that was false.
That I was dating men that I was not. Especially my boss, Anil Shah.
I don't have to see anybody in her. And I don't like the phrase second marriage decision. It's her marriage, that's it.
Ashirle gareko badmasi pani Ayushलाई blame
Those slide in it. And I was first time I met Stune, I asked him, so when are you guys going to get married? First time. It got me so embarrassing. And mom was like, later, like, how can you ask that question the first time you meet him?
You and Stuart met over a dating app. Which app was it?
Relation Bonyu, because Ayush fell in love with her. She fell in love with Ayush. I had to make an effort to get to know her, Nita.
Of course.
And she needs to make an effort to get to know me.
Yeah.
If it's actually a genuine relationship.
But I feel like you guys are the Kardashians of Nepal. I had to say it.
I think I'm Kim.
Hey everyone, it's time for another fun episode of Khukri Rum presents Wow Saturday Brunch. And I cannot contain my excitement as I have two of the most beautiful and the most influential women in Nepal joining me today. My first guest is a trailblazer in the Nepali film industry, always proving her doubts is wrong with consistently great performances on the silver screen. My next guest is an exemplary figure in the world of banking, always defying the societal expectations placed on women and proving that the only thing holding us back is our willingness to bet on ourselves. The most celebrated sasubuhari duo of the town. So much to learn from them, and I'm super excited to meet them. Hello.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi, Divyaru.
Mama Bashnush.
Bashnus Mamu.
Thank you, Baba.
That's Ayanka's language.
Yes.
Peace, Didi.
So nice to be here.
You guys look gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us. It's nice to be here together,
Yeah.
especially in your show.
Hi, Raveena ji. Hi, Priyanka ji.
Hi.
Thank
Hello,
you for
Asmi.
accepting my invitation, first of all. You guys were my much-awaited pair.
Excited to be here,
Very excited to be here, but currently under the weather a
I
little
know.
bit. But I'm thriving.
as always.
Very grateful that you still, managed to make it. I know it's been very hectic for you. And you too, since you're traveling and everything's happening. Life is really at full speed for you guys.
Slower pace, but full speed. Full
Yeah.
throttle.
Tapeko ta jhannu,
Maybe the
it's
next
been
level.
full speed for so
I've
long.
been sick for a while, but haven't been able to stay home even a single day. I think that's also why it's getting worse. But I know my body. It'll take care of me. Like I take
Of
care
course,
of it.
we've seen you doing this since so long, and we look up to you for the amount of hard work you do and how you've carried yourself so gracefully
Thank
without
you.
letting
Thank
the
you so
world know
much.
your pain, your struggle. It's amazing.
Thank you so much.
Before we get into that, let me ask you the fun facts that you guys have about yourself, because we told you to prepare and I hope you did. Or you guys are so spontaneous that you don't even have to think.
Fun facts.
3 fun facts about yourself. Maybe Priyanka ji can begin.
Fun facts.
I'll answer first. There's something that I can do that people don't know. And I know you'll take the cue from that because there's something that you can do.
Yeah, okay,
and you
we'll
can
do
show
that
it here.
first.
What's
How about
that?
that?
They'll be amazed to see
Tell
it.
me.
Look at my left ear, right? There are 2 things that I can do. There are very few people who can do it. I'm sitting very still.
You can make your ears dance.
Yeah. To follow with that, another thing that I can do.
What is that?
It's fun fact. People can't do it.
Tongue
Can you
yoga.
do it? I
Tongue
can do a tongue roll.
flexibility.
Try it. Can you fold your tongue?
But how does it help?
It doesn't help.
It's just a
a fun fact
fun
about me
trick.
that people don't know.
Because the tongue movement ले कति कुरा clear गरेर हुन्छ नि त.
हो र?
हैन?
के clear गर्छ tongue movement?
tongue movement निकै clear गर्छ. Let's hear it from the experts.
I didn't realize.
Should I learn from you?
You walked right into that one.
Took me a while to realize.
When people see me, they see me as this, woman with very long nails and groomed and feminine. And not to say that I wasn't feminine, but then I was always a tomboy.
Oh yeah, I know.
Until I passed out of school. And then my father and mom, they introduced me to makeup. I got my first makeup kit. I used to bite my nails. I always had really, really short nails. And I was a tomboy. That's number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3.
People think I'm very social. I can be, but I'm actually an introvert. I call myself a social introvert.
Social
This is something
introvert.
that people don't know. People think,
It
oh my
is.
God, she's a social butterfly and she has a very social life. I don't.
It's only when she wants to and in the circles that she's
No,
comfortable with.
when the work demanded it, I'm here because of you and because Priyanka's here. And I like, wow, I support WOW.
Love it. Thank you so much.
That's the only reason why I'm
But
here.
is that the reason why we don't see you, like in events?
Exactly. I've done enough of that. But I was in FNCCI, I was in Nepal Chamber of Commerce. When the kids were studying, I was in Ratha Bangla School Repair and Board ma Habitat for Humanity. Tyaha gaera afno time dinu parthyo. So there's so many things going on. That's the reason why people thought I was very social, and I have a very social and thriving life. I've got 2 friends in the world. Lisa, she goes by the name of Yogatara, and then Smriti Raj Karnikar Vanni. I've got sisters from work. I have to mention Asmi Shrestha. She was a colleague, much junior to me, office mate, but then we're sisters. Now, there's that hot connection.
Sweet. Thanks for sharing, Dee.
Okay, is it my turn now?
Of course. Let's do it.
Okay, first, like
You have to do that.
like her ears dance, my hand dances, if you want to see.
This is something only Priyanka Karki I know can do. Just look at that, Priyanka Karki Juji. Who matray ho? Look at that.
How?
Just try it. सक्दैन नि गर्न.
तपाईं गर्नु न एकचोटि.
म मदर इन लभ हो के उसको. साँच्चैको आमा होइन. सक्छु कि क्या हो? अलिअलि.
अनि यतिसम्म चाहिँ हुन्छ हैन तर यसै जान्दैन के मान्छेको.
कति नै जान्छ के?
तपाईले हात भाँच्नु भएको थियो बच्चा
No,
बेला.
I'm just double jointed. So मेरो हात चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ नि like when you turn this and this मेरो this doesn't move के.
Okay.
जस्तो मान्छेको
यहाँबाट
अलिकति
twist यहाँबाट
घुम्दो रहेछ नि त हैन. मेरो चाहिँ अलिकति घुम्दैन के. अनि so
Does it help you as a dancer?
No, actually it doesn't help me. Ad campaignsहरुमा अब it's either a phone or stuff that you have to show, no? So show गर्दा मेरो हात एकदम weird देख्छ के. यस्तो show गर्ने shots मा. अनि जहिले पनि the team and the directors have a really hard time because it doesn't look nice. अनि अलिकति bend गर्नुस् त bend अलिकति odd हुन्छ के. I cannot like just do it like normal people would do it. So त्यो चाहिँ usually hinder हुन्छ मेरो projectsहरु कामहरुमा.
Double jointed.
Double jointed भन्दो रहेछ यसलाई. First is that.
She's getting a lot of first. You've never shared this, eh?
No, I don't think so.
All right, the second fun
Okay,
fact.
second चाहिँ I'm a Rubik's Cube kind of girl. Like म सेटमा आजको दिनसम्म पनि when I have free time Rubik's Cube लिएर गइरहेको हुन्छु. If I have to wait because there's a lot of waiting happening on set. अनि म अलिकति stressed हुँदा पनि if there's so many things I need to handle or figure out and I just start doing the cube and it just takes me to another zone and it's fun.
Is it very meditative for you?
It is actually.
Because I find it pretty cool. I've tried a few times. Never did it.
Original Rubik's Cube company के cubesहरु हुन्छ के. So I collect those as well. 2x2, 3x3, 4x4 सबैवाला.
That's a fun fact.
I didn't know so much
That's a
about
fun
Rubik's
fact.
Cube.
It's all over the house and I have त्यो नकलीहरु अनलाइनहरुमा 3-4 सय पनि पाउँछ नि त त्यस्तोहरु पनि छ के प्र्याक्टिसहरु गर्न खेल्नलाई त्यो चाहिँ म छोरीलाई खेल्न दिन्छु हैन but the original one त म उलाई पनि खेल्न दिन्न के because बिग्रिन्छ भनेर. That's how much I love my Rubik's
Wow.
cubes.
And that's some interesting fact.
Isn't it?
So if you have to gift her something, I think it has to be Rubik's
मलाई
Cube.
yeah.
There might be an outpour of Rubik's
Yeah,
Cubes
especially
coming
when
to
we
you
went
now.
to the US and Ayush knows how much I love Rubik's Cube and he still gets impressed कि आजको दिनसम्म पनि when I'm solving on my own and stuff उले मलाई हेरिरहेको हुन्छ नि गर्छ हैन. So he saw the Rubik's Cube original store and he was like baby नयाँ किन्ने हो भनेर and I was like किन्ने and we went and we bought. Although I already have so many but I always find this need to because नयाँ fresh हुन्छ नि त and it moves so well के.
I'm going to give it a try, definitely.
Okay, I think you'll like it.
I'll get
You'll
some
enjoy
tips
it.
from you
Okay.
behind the scene and then I'll try it.
Third fun fact say I don't like drinking hot stuff like tato paniharu. You know this. Tato chiaharu and all that. I'm a very chiso. I'm a very chiso खानु पर्ने मान्छे के. पानी पनि म यस्तो चिसो खान्छु. फ्रिजको बाहेक पानी मलाई मिठै लाग्दैन के. If somebody gives me a normal glass of water,
ice चाहिन्छ.
म त्यो फिर्ता पठाइदिन्छु कि I need ice. अनि my daughter is just like that. अहिले देखिन्ने.
That's a fun fact.
चिसो पानी खान्छ के उसले. अनि उसको बोतलमा पानी हाल्दिँदाखेरि उसले मम्मा आइस भन्छ. आजकल म आइस हाल्दिन्छु के पानीमा. हाम्रो यहाँ चाहिँ which mom might not agree with me and or maybe she might. जहिले पनि त्यो चिसोहरु लाग्दा एकदम तातो पानी खाऊ त्यो खाऊ अनि टन्सिलहरु हुँदा पनि तातो पानीमा दिन्छ नि औषधि अनि त्यही गर्छु के चिसो लाग्यो भने म झन् चिसो खाइदिन्छु के. I feel like it soothes my throat. अहिले पनि खोकी डुवा लाइरहेछ तर Ayush every day he sits with me and he eats ice cream with me राति and it really makes my throat feel better. चिसो खाने ice cream खाने त्यो खाने has nothing to do with cold जस्तो लाग्छ के मलाई. It's a virus bacteria that your body is fighting and बिचारा त्यसमा चिसो पानीको के दोष के. मलाई माया लाग्छ भने चिसो पानी ice creamहरुको के. So म चाहिँ I take them part of my medication.
Now God knows how many people are going to try that.
Tonsils हुँदाखेरि हामीले चिसो खायो भने कस्तो छिटो सुध हुन्छ नि. You heal so much faster. And I've told this to a lot of my close friends and family. जसले मान्नु हुँदैन थियो.
They've tried it?
And they've tried it and they've actually told me it's
I recently argued with someone regarding this. So somebody who was living in America. I'm like, no, you guys are doing it wrong.
No, it actually
to
works.
come and tell me the same thing.
It actually works.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for entertaining me with all the fun facts and all the performances. That was really fun. But this is it. We're moving to the second round now, and it's called the uncomfortable. All right, let's do this. So here we have the rum board. We are in the uncomfortable round.
The uncomfortable round starts with a rum board. Let's
Yes.
get uncomfortable.
I don't think that's going to make us uncomfortable though.
I think she's trying to get us drunk.
I think I've reached a point in my life where nothing makes me uncomfortable anymore.
See, that makes me more uncomfortable. जहिले पनि हैन मैले ल गेस्टहरुलाई okay, this is the uncomfortable round and I get more uncomfortable, okay? So yeah, that's it. But one of you, you spin it. June cocktail outer, followed by that will be the 3 questions that your fans have asked.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
So who wants
Go for
to
it,
spin?
Bella.
I'll go for
Go
it.
for it.
Ready?
Spin away. Low.
Wow, perfect! Khukri Robusta.
Khukri
it
Robusta.
is. It's Khukri spiced rum, and we're going to go to the bar and then.
Okay.
Oh, yippee, we get to drink.
Of course!
We can drink Khukri Robusta.
Robusta. Let's
Let's
go.
go drink Robusta and
Yeah.
get robust.
Rum, 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 my love. Rum, 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 my love. Summertime, we're feeling fine. Beat the hits up at a time. Feel the rhythm, tap the beat. Hit the floor, move those pretty feet. Mix up the magic, stir it just right. Let's get it rum, my love, all day and through the night. Rum, 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 my love. Rum, 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 my love. Stir it up, let's mix it right.
Now that we are at the bar, this is for you. I'm just going to.
First, you're going to get us drunk and then ask us the difficult
Yes.
questions.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable questions.
Of course.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Meet
Okay.
her. Take them.
So good.
Who do we begin with first?
Yeah, you can begin with
Go with her this time.
You're more inclined towards reality shows these days. Is it because you're not getting enough films? At the rate Sally_Rooney.
I feel like I've reached a point in my life where if it's something that my audience has to pay to go and watch, like a film, I owe it to them to make sure that it's a good one. Nepalma यसै पनि we know that all the movies don't do well नि त. दुईटा कि तीनटा मात्रै movie चल्छ हैन. Genuine stand नै लिएको अहिले, and it's not because there aren't enough movies. There's actually so many movie offers on the floor right now because Nepalma film schools are छ अहिले, and there are people graduating. There's so many directors and we keep getting offers. मैले consciously choice गरेको हो to just do something that I will completely be able to resonate with. I'll completely have full confidence in the script. र अर्को चाहिँ के हो भने I feel like I am now in a place where I want to co-produce or be in the film as also one of the makers and make sure that
Oh, wow.
we
Yeah.
make a good film. So currently working on 2 projects like that with 2 different makers where I'm also involved completely अगाडि बढे.
Filmmaking मा.
So filmmaking ma. So Sally, you'll hear good news soon with movies. And about reality shows, say, I've always felt like त्यो जतातिर हावाको बहकाव हुन्छ नि त्यतैतिर जानुपर्छ के. So अहिले चाहिँ with the economic crisis, खासै धेरै movies, budgetहरु छैन, corporate world ले त्यति धेरै involvement देखाइरहेको छैन, moviesहरुमा and all that हैन. त अहिलेको टाइममा चाहिँ reality shows are really picking up and people are trying different things and all that. म चाहिँ as an actor, I've never believed that any work is smaller than the other work. Like ठुलो पर्दा चाहिँ काम हो अनि सानो पर्दा चाहिँ काम होइन भन्ने हैन. Especially अहिलेको टाइममा when everything is so global and OTT platforms are right there, Netflix
Yeah.
and Prime, त्यो सबै तपाईको कम्प्युटरमै आउने हो नि त. So I've never actually thought of it as different work. Work is work as long as you're loyal, dedicated, and you have
Wow.
faith. Work will always come to you. I'm actually blessed that I'm doing so many things.
It's a lot of fun, I would imagine.
Raveena, for you, how did you tackle all the ups and downs in your life journey, Dolka?
I had support because I'm somebody, as I've always said, somebody who's spiritual, who believes in there's a power beyond what we can see, touch and feel. My parents passed away and I believe that they're a much stronger force. Hinduism ma pani हामीले के गर्छौं पितृलाई पहिला पूजा गर्छौं त्यहाँदेखि देवतालाई. So मेरो parents they are there. I talk to them no matter what, ups and downs भएको बेलामा. I've always had that spiritual crutch and I know that their blessings, they're there for me. And as my children grew, जब मलाई लाग्यो कि they're mature enough to listen to problems or turmoil or whatever I'm facing as adults, I started talking to them. So they became my friends after. And then she came along. And then now they're steward. And then I have friends. And I know so many tools. Divinity tools, bhanu na? Whether it be the tapping solution, which is also EFT, somatic cleansing, bhanu, EFT. भनेको Emotional freedom techniques once again. It's called the tapping solution. It aligns your
solution.
energy
Tap.
meridian.
I just know tap dance, mama.
That's fine. So, things like that. So I've been able to cleanse whatever's going on, and all of that has helped me, if this makes sense to you.
Second one from Smriti. You supported Raveena wholeheartedly for her second marriage decision. Did you see yourself in her?
I don't have to see anybody in her. And I don't like the phrase second marriage decision. It's her marriage, that's it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we need to label it as first marriage, second marriage and all that. In her space, in her age, in her time, dynamics, wherever she was, she found this person and they fell in love and they wanted to start their happily ever after. Who am I or who is anybody to object to that? It's her life, it's her choices, and I'm actually genuinely happy for her. And I think that's how we should be.
Yes.
More accepting and just appreciate things, If somebody's living their life, be happy for them. Rather than we should do less of that and more of just, appreciate things. Focus on your life.
Yeah.
Things we've heard about.
Yeah, it's not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Nothing is uncomfortable anymore.
Second one is very fun to me. Let me ask it to you. You and Stuart met over a dating app. Which app was it? Romy asked, by the way.
Yeah, Romy, we met in Bumble.
I think
Where
Bumble
women
has become very popular because of you guys.
So women make the first
Women make
move.
the first move, and my son got me on Bumble. Incidentally, Stuart's son also got him on Bumble.
Ashi Ayush.
Asher. And then,
Meant to be.
Yeah.
कस्तो मिलेको के फेरि?
and that was the only person I spoke to, and then I shut my account.
First me?
Yeah, and I shut my account, and that was it.
How can somebody
No, because
get
it worked.
so lucky?
It's meant to be.
Since it was Bumble, and people might have things to say, I think you have to be able to move with times. Because I was going to work and coming back, the only men I met were my colleagues, and the only bairako man I used to meet was my driver. I was ready to mingle.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to be alone. How do you do it? You go on a dating app, and it's
And it's okay. It's fine to go on a date.
You might get the love of your life. You might go on a couple of dates. You may not. It's all right.
I'm getting all the tingles
I-
you're listening to her.
I was lucky. Stuart was lucky. That's it. That's where we met.
Third one. You are a strong woman, but did your husband's ex presence never bothered you? Her being around, does it bother you?
Paramita, my name pani bhandinchu हैन. Along with being Ayushko ex, she's also my friend. She's also my sister, and I have my own equation with her. Ayush भन्दा मै धेरै कुराहरु राख्छु अहिलेको टाइमसम्ममा पनि हैन. I feel like your relationships don't define who you are as a person, and you don't have to have beef just because somebody was somebody's ex or somebody was married to somebody before and stuff. हुन्छ नि. अब सबैजनाको त्यो आफ्नै perceptions होला, तर मेरो लागि चाहिँ it's never been like that. Just so मेरो ex husband I have a really good relationship. Relationship as in we don't meet and hang out and say, but we talk. Like he's
civil.
Yeah, we're civil. My wife, they just had a baby, and so I congratulated them.
Okay.
They congratulated me when I had Anka and stuff. So I feel like you can be civil and you can have cordial relationships with people. Because past or key relationship should not affect you. I mean, it's done. It's in the past.
Third one. One thing you would suggest every woman to always stay motivated, more not.
Learn to love yourself. You have to learn to take yourself seriously, but not too seriously also. You have to have a very strong backbone. And you have to be able to stand by your decisions and not second guess yourself. Priyanka and myself, I think somewhere over here, she said that म 2 बजे बिहान एक्लै घुवा रुइरहेको छु भने त्यो समाजले आएर मेरो आँखा पुछ्या छैन केही एउटा डिसिसन लिएर मैले के गरिरहेको छु भने त्यो समाजलाई बोल्दै गर्नु दियो आफू खुसी छ भने ठीक छ.
That's it. The uncomfortable was not that.
I don't think that was uncomfortable.
It's fun.
It was okay, perfect.
I thought it was
See,
fun.
I'm telling you, it's named after my feelings and my
Yours,
emotions. I am the
yours
uncomfortable.
was a bit tricky.
Alikati tough too.
Were you able to accept her because you also had the second marriage? If it was me, you know what I would have said?
What?
I said it on my TED Talk. Only lucky people like us get to marry a second time, man. You have to be lucky.
There you go. We're gonna head on to our next round, which is binge-worthy, and we'll be treating you with some delicious food. So
Lovely.
let's go.
Yeah, it's time to eat.
Time to eat.
Thanks for your questions.
I came here to eat.
Thanks a lot.
So here we are, binge-worthy it is. I know
Thank
that you
you.
guys
Looks
are
good, smells
super
good.
excited to have this. So let's start eating, and at the same time, we will be continuing with our conversation.
Is yours the only show that has food and drinks? I think it is, eh?
Well, अरूमा भए पनि our presentation and everything is, I would
Look
say.
at me going straight for the
really
dessert.
good.
जसलाई चाहिँ रुगा खोकी
Khoki
लागिरहेछ.
लागिरहेछ दिदी, please.
What did I say?
I get scared for you.
Napkin khola baba.
So good.
Napkin खोला बाबा.
त्यो मैले कुनै नसकेको कि आँखा लागेकोलाई थिएँ क्या अघिदेखि.
तपाईँ एकदम dessert
I'm going for
person
the
हो.
dessert.
Yeah.
है अलिकति खाइदिन्छु है यहाँबाट.
कि झन् बिरामी भएको बेला you crave for all the अब तपाईँले त अब
No,
बार्दै बार्दैन.
यस्तो usually I'm on a very strict diet. I cannot be eating this all day every day. Certain दिन औषधि खानुपर्ने छ where I have to eat proper 3 meals so that my medicines work well. So त्यो टाइममा चाहिँ अब let's just eat भनेर खाइरह, okay? But otherwise चाहिँ I usually just do 1 meal a day. Eat like really good 1 meal बिहानतिर. It keeps me going throughout the day.
Okay.
This is really good. Have some. This
Please,
is your
no.
kind of food
You
also.
guys begin and
No,
then
we've
I will.
already started. Please have with us.
एकछिन तपाईँहरू गफ गर्दै गर्नु है भने. आएको खाएर.
Tell me what you want.
Veggies.
I will make life easy for you.
Oh, thank
Since
you.
you only eat veggies, you know, just eat
So
that.
let's talk about you guys. You know, you guys are such, I would say, ekdam statement family. Ekdam, you guys are making headlines, and then you got married, and your wedding was celebrated. It was
Grateful for
celebrated.
that.
You had a beautiful baby. Your motherhood was also celebrated. Your family is always setting example. म यही इन्डस्ट्रीमा भएर पनि हेर्दा पनि that's what I feel. Okay? So how do you guys do it? How are you so accepting of each other? How do you have so much of love for each other? Touch wood while I'm saying that, you know.
I'll go for it, eh, ba?
Yeah, mom, I'll eat, okay?
I think you said accepting of each other. भन्यो नि.
Yes.
Everything is not picture perfect and we don't present to the world that we get along. Amazing family. भनेर. We are just who we are. It takes a lot of work. Because for me to know Priyanka, for Priyanka to know Raveena, without the labels, relation bond you because Ayush fell in love with her, she fell in love with Ayush. I had to make an effort to get to know her, Nita.
Of course,
And
yes.
she needs to make an effort to get to know me.
Yeah.
If it's actually a genuine relationship. But it takes work, eh? I'll be moving out of Nepal for a couple of years as well. I'm going to be in a different country. Ayush is going to be in a different country. Asher is already in a different country. What we've started is we have con calls, ke? हामी तीनै जनाको. And then we talk about what's going on with us. We talk about what is eating us, what's been happening in our life, you know, what's making us happy. And we just share. We have to make that effort, ni. If Ayush has been too distant for a while, I have to say, hey, Baba, I feel we're not connected. Too much of a gap.
How you do that?
We've got a group called RAP.
Yeah.
Raveena, Ayush, Ashir and Priyanka. So we've got another RAP. Matre pancha. So Rama, he wrote, I really want to talk to you guys, you know, because I think he wants to share and wants to know about what's happening with Ashir. So it takes effort. Families and bonds are not just made.
Yeah.
Priyanka Di, you yourself are such a strong personality. Having someone so strong as mother-in-law, how is it? How do you handle it?
It's actually really good because I also like my own space. I like to go to work, come back. I like to live my life according to like who I really am rather than यस्तो गर्नुपर्छ, यो गर्नुपर्छ, समाज, society and all that. I've never really believed in all that ever because आफ्नो life आफूले बाँच्ने हो, okay? भोलि मलाई गाह्रो साह्रो पर्दाखेरि no समाज is going to come and pay my bills.
Yeah.
I have to do it myself. So if in my worst days, if it's just me and my family, then in my best days also it needs to only be me and my family. That has always been my principle, okay? So मान्छेले के भन्छ, उसले के भन्छ, यस्तो गर्यो भने त्यसले त्यो भन्छ. I've never really cared about that and she's just like that, okay? So I think त्यो ऱ्यापो एकदमै मिल्छ के. So मलाई कहिले पनि need to, oh my god, I have to please her. She's my mother-in-law. Never. Not even for the smallest thing, not even for the biggest thing. Even if I've made a big decision about myself just by myself, but I've always only heard praises from her. She's never once been the one to say, किन त्यस्तो गरेको? Or she's like, Baba, I'm sure you thought about it. I'm sure it's good for you. I'm sure that's why you did it. So I think त्यो खालीको bond पनि takes a lot of work, okay? For her to completely respect me and my choices and for me to completely respect her and her choices. जबसम्म त्यो हुन्छ, माया आफ्नो ठाउँमा, सम्मान आफ्नो ठाउँमा, I'm always going to respect her. आजको दिनसम्म पनि I keep telling her कि when I grow up, I want to be like you when I reach that age. And I really mean it. And be like you is not just in the way she looks and all that, because she's gorgeous. We all know that. Yes,
she is.
The way
Let me
she
put my
thinks.
collar up for that.
I know, the way she thinks, handles her life, the way she's raised
Thank
her
you.
kids, हुन्छ नि. The whole nation is inspired.
Of course.
And म त front
Exactly.
row मा बसेर देख्न पाइरहेको छु नि त
Exactly.
सिक्न पाइरहेको छु हैन. So
Amazing.
as long
Thank
as
you,
we
Baba.
have that
Thank
and
you.
we respect each other for that, respect our space. There might be days when she doesn't want to speak for 2-3 days and I should be okay with it. बाबा म 2-3 दिन मेरो फोनहरु अफ हुन्छ पनि भनेको हुन्छ के ममले मलाई. And I say like, okay fine, cool.
So she is the perfect addition to the family.
Absolutely.
Cherry on top.
Absolutely. I think sons look for mother जस्तो मान्छे.
Actually, yes.
Oh, you do?
Oh, त्यो unintentionally
yeah.
गरिरहेको
Aisha
छ
पनि
जस्तो
कति
लाग्यो.
भन्छ that there's
हुन्छ.
so many similarities. मलाई आफै feel हुन्छ I'm so similar to Mamu in so many ways.
I'm really excited about who is Ashir going to bring. That's going to be fun.
It's up to him.
It's up to him.
Whoever he loves.
Whoever he loves
That's
and
it.
whenever he wants to, whenever.
And
it's right.
if he wants to bring somebody.
Yeah,
If he
not
doesn't
like,
want to
it's
bring
fine.
anybody, that's also fine.
That's also
See,
fine.
this is what I'm talking about.
That's also
You
fine.
guys.
That's also fine.
I know.
Okay,
Oh, of
so
course,
one
absolutely
question.
fine.
Who is the craziest out of all?
I need to eat.
With or without drinks. Just generally.
Anytime.
With, nobody can beat Priyanka. She becomes a pole dancer, comedian. She cracks the craziest jokes. Kaile zindagi nadekheko being a good dancer pani dekhna thalchu. She just hangs loose and she smiles a lot, laughs a lot. She's kind of crazy when she's got a couple of drinks inside of her. So craziest bhanne ho भने I would say Priyanka with drinks in her. Without
No, I think all of us are, when we genuinely make effort to meet and do things, say we are all just there, okay, present, enjoying the moment.
and now Stuart's come in.
Of
And
course.
Stuart is as crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Stuart is so much fun.
He looks very
Yeah, he's a lot of
so much
Yeah.
fun.
He is calm. That's his general nature. But these are things that people don't get to see. It's a family thing, Nita.
And he makes it like wittiest jokes, Stuart.
Asher is as crazy.
Yeah.
Asher and Stuart, you know, Milos, so yeah, that's how we are.
Such beautiful
I think
addition
everybody.
though. Oh my God, look at every one of you. How can everybody be so gorgeous? Have you looked at your family picture and, you know, just admired it for some time? You should do that.
Sometimes I like to like my own picture.
Me too. Mama is
I
fierce.
like
Oh
working
my
on like
God, just perfection.
No, I'm not being arrogant about it, eh? But God has blessed my children with good looks. Eh? They've got the height. Look at the daughter-in-law that I have.
Oh,
right?
thank you.
And my husband, I feel he's like
very
shamelessly
good looking.
handsome.
And look at Ayanka now. I don't know if I'm biased, but I feel
And
like
look at her.
she's the prettiest baby I've ever seen.
She's
Not
gorgeous.
just because she's my daughter. And म कतिजनालाई सोध्छु कि, do I feel like this only because she's my daughter? Or is she really pretty? And they're like, no, she's really pretty. She's really pretty. I was like, no, moms यस्तो हुन्छ कि over bragging about their kid, but I find her so pretty. के?
Her intelligence surpasses her age, भन्छु कि म जहिले पनि. In fact, I was planning to have a conversation. Send her बच्चाहरूसँग please. एकदम बुढी भयो मान्छे छिटो भनेर I was going to say के. तो ज्ञानी कुरा गर्दिन्छ. Oh, she's been so perceptive.
अभी the
एकदम
past
perceptive
couple
छ.
of days because अब म दिनभरि काम गरिरहेको छु अनि nose blocks and all that. So घर गइसकेपछि म यस्तो सोफामै पनि if she's there also, if I lie down, you know what she does? छिटो आउँछ हैन. मामा बिरामी भयो? तातो छ? नाप्न आउँछ तिताउ हैन?
Can you
तातो छ
imagine?
अनि तातो छ. औषधि खाने? She's just 2.
But then I don't want people to misunderstand the fact that I like to like my own family photos. I know.
Oh, come on, you said it
But
as
it's
a joke.
just that, no, I said it as a joke, but I seriously mean it. Because all of us are putting in work. Stuart and myself too. We might look like the ideal couple having met after having crossed half a century and, you know, but it's taking work. It all takes work. And if you're talking about physically, I'll only say thank you.
Oh,
I'll have a
मैले
sausage.
त एकछिन त physically पनि भनेको हो कि किनभने
You want to dip it somewhere in this?
This is so good barbecue sauce this year. It's
Oh,
really good.
cheers.
Cheers. Right hand,
drink,
my
our
sausage,
food has been
left
waiting.
hand.
But before we end this round, I just want to
Thank
tell
you.
you guys that, of course, you guys are all natural. You guys have not done anything, but I feel like you guys are the Kardashians of Nepal. I have to say it.
Thank you very much.
Mama, who am I?
I think I'm Kim.
I think I should be Kylie.
With Stormy.
Yeah, with Stormy. I think I'm Kylie.
I should
no.
pick on you. no, definitely not.
These are Shrestha
I think
Joshis.
Ashir has to be Kendall, right? Very male version of Kendall. Okay, so ekdam thakka. So yeah, you guys are the Kardashians. I had to say it. So that's it. Please let me.
Thank you so much.
Let you guys
it's
eat.
nice to
Yeah.
sit and eat and
म त खाएको
drink and
खाइसकेँ
talk.
already.
Loving the conversation, but the food is getting cold.
Thank you for your
I know you
no,
also
no,
like
fine.
this, just like I also
I
like
love
this.
risotto, yeah. I love
Before
risotto.
we
Thanks.
move on to another segment, let's
Mother Khani?
finish our food and then we have
right.
Ramailo.
I think Priyanka will.
So Ramailo moment is waiting for us. So let's get going. Okay, here we are. हाम्रो गफै सके छैन है तर this round is called Ramailo moment. Ramailo moment. So we're having Khukri Rum moment. So this is rapid fire. Who do we begin with?
No, I think we should start with her.
Why?
I love to listen to her.
Playing it safe, darling.
त्यस्तो गाह्रो छैन. Let's begin. If you were not a banker, what would you be?
Yoga instructor.
What do you love to hoard?
Shoes.
Moment of regret.
No regrets.
One rumor about you that was false.
That I was dating men that I was not. Especially my boss, Anil Shah. I was not.
Good job, sis.
I love it. I love it.
I got there because of my own capabilities.
Yeah.
Not because I was his girlfriend.
I love it. Oof. Were you ever into acting or approached for a movie?
Oh, yes.
She's done a movie.
I've done a cameo in a film which bombed, but anyway, Shami Kapoor was my dad's friend. So Shabana Azmi, Navin Nishchal, Raveena Tandon's dad, all these people had come to our house. I remember we had a garden party. We were living in India then. I was approached to be an actor when I was this small, and she said, "Hum iske liye chalenge." And my dad said, "No." So I think that was the first time that I was approached.
Tapala herda ke kasto Kapoor family wala vibe aउँछ.
And when people say that, I say, I hope you're talking about the body. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah,
Toy?
Kareena
Toy?
Kapoor's long lost
Mila
sister.
Bhichadeko bhन्छ.
But okay, I'm getting carried away. I have so much to ask you. What's the secret behind your confidence?
I'm very confident in myself, and I have no point to prove to nobody.
Happiest year of your life?
It has to be this year. I got married. I'm the love of my life.
One line for women who are watching you right now.
You are unique. You have to give your flavor to the world. Don't imitate anybody. Be yourself. That's my one line.
What does it take to be Raveena Desras?
It takes a very, very, very strong backbone, and it takes a lot of bravery and courage.
Who among your son is a mama's boy? Yeah,
Usher. Yeah.
Who among your son is a better actor?
I think they both are. They've always been acting. They didn't have to go in front of the screen.
Who among your family is the best actor?
Usher. I'm not talking in front of the screen, eh? I'm not saying actor.
Okay.
Because सानो हुँदाखेरि
yeah.
आशरले गरेको बदमासी पनि आयुषलाई blame
दोषलाई
हुन्छ के?
दिने. And
So
आयुषले
obviously
चाहिँ
पछि त
खाँदो
acting
रहेछ
गरिरहेको थियो
बिचारा.
नि त. And he got away with it because
She just found out about that. Like
just
recently.
a couple of years ago only.
Weakest point of your life?
When I lost my father, who was my confidant, my best friend. Like I said, I'm an introvert. The only person I had with whom I could be completely bare myself, good, bad, and ugly, was my father. Weakest point. Nothing can beat that.
Describe your husband in one word.
Divine.
Thank you so much. You're done with your rapid fire.
Did I do well?
Yeah,
Of
you're
course,
so
beautiful.
I was watching like an audience. I enjoyed it.
Not
I
kidding.
know. I love to hear her talk. It gives me so much of energy. I'm really happy that I'm doing this. Next for you, Didi. Ready?
Yeah.
तब त यति धेरै rapid fire गर्छौँ होला. So please give me.
Actually, a lot of people don't have rapid fires.
Interesting. If you were not an actor, what would you be?
I'd be a dancer for sure.
Weirdest experience in a shoot?
I think every shoot is weird in some way or the other. We are still lacking the complete professionalism that we require. सानो चीजहरू, unexpected thingsहरू भइरहेको हुन्छ क्या, but that's just part of filming in Nepal, and we are helping the film industry get better with every passing day.
Yes, definitely. What do you love the most about Raveena Desras?
Just her. Just her, the whole package.
What do you do when you're at your lowest?
I don't really get low. There's no point in being low. One life, you live it in your terms.
Moment of regret?
No regrets. Everything is a learning lesson, I think.
A rumor about you that was false.
Oh, there's so many. Oh my God. Which one to pick? I apparently gave birth 3 times when I was giving birth to my daughter. So I had deliveries. Ek hafta agadi pani. Someone said I gave birth to a boy. Then again, someone said I gave birth to a girl. Jabki I was still pregnant. So
It's a halla that
Halla,
deliver boy baby
basically,
भनेर.
3 times before I actually
Everybody
gave birth.
was, I think, very excited. त्यही भएर होला नि.
Hulla.
Your best movie so far?
I did a movie called Suntali a couple of years back. So we shot the entire movie in Bandipur. You know how Bandipur has become very modern, like hoarding or ATM or so. But this movie say was supposed to be set like 25 years ago. So the management actually spoke to the Bandipur group, took everything out so Bandipur looks like it used to.
And they
पहिला.
agreed?
Yeah, they agreed
So
because
nice.
राम्रोसँग कुरा गरे. It's all about monetary like funding and budgeting or and plus we stayed there for 60 days. The movie पनि राम्रोसँग plan गर्यो भने time लाग्छ के. हामी चाहिँ a lot of the sets मा चाहिँ हतार हुन्छ के 15 दिन 20 दिनमै movie सकाउँ त्यो गर्नु. So a lot of the things are compromised a lot of the times. So त्यो movie मा चाहिँ मलाई कस्तो राम्रो experience भएको थियो के 60 days भयो
60
पनि.
days at Bandipurma.
So after that I never went back to Bandipur because अलिकति too
धेरै
much
भयो.
enough भएको मलाई. हैन अहिलेसम्म गएको छैन म. Best भनेर चाहिँ not in terms of my character or the role but the experience चाहिँ म भन्छु हैन. And I think अहिलेसम्म मैले गरेको मेरो career मा चाहिँ the most professional set सुन्तलीको setमा.
Happiest year of your life?
2020 was very happy. I got married. 2021 was also very happy. I got pregnant and I gave birth to my baby. This year is very happy. My mom is happily married and settled, and that's the kind of happiness I've always wanted her to experience because we share a lot of things, and to actually see that in person. Every year becomes happy when you're just a happy person and you see happiness in small things.
Ayanka in a word.
She's my world.
Is Ayanka a mama's girl or a daddy's daughter?
Early, because of her needs pani, she's more drawn, attached to me because mom's not got a connection हुन्छ हैन. But she has a beautiful bond with her dad as well. म देखिरा हुन्छु नि त. सुत्ने बेलामा राति उठ्यो भने उले मलाई खोज्छ, भोक लाग्दा क्राङ्की हुँदाखेरि मलाई खोज्छ. उसको dadको पनि आफ्नै space छ. There are a lot of things that just the daddy and daughter does that I'm not involved in. त्यतिखेर उले मलाई खोज्दा पनि खोज्दैन. So I think it's very balanced. We've tried to give her that balance.
Your first reaction when you found out that Raveena is getting married?
I was the first one to expect that the marriage was going to happen even before they knew that they were going to get married. In fact, the first time I met Stune, I asked him, so when are you guys going to get married? And it got so embarrassing. Remember when we went for that Japanese?
I know.
And mom was like, later, how can you ask that question the first time you meet him? And I was like, well, he's nice. I like him. He's madly in love with you. You look like you're madly in love with him.
You could see it coming.
Yeah, it's not like you're 16, 17 years old that you need to date for a couple of years to know, because with a certain age, maturity, sequence, and you know when a person is good for you or not. So I'm sure you both know you're good for each other. So mero life say more than surprise, I was just waiting for it to happen because I saw the two of them so happy, so madly in love. And because I know Mamu so well, I mean, I'm her daughter-in-law, but I'm also her friend and her sister and everything that needs to be time anusar. Okay? So there are things that I share with Mamu and Mamu shares with me. Equation. So we share everything with each other.
We see that.
So when I saw how happy she genuinely was with Stu, I was like, you know what, this marriage just needs to happen. It just needs to happen. You guys just need to get married. Constantly.
Did it help?
Stuart looked at my reaction and it was already on his mind.
I think so.
She prompted that question in. I was embarrassed and he said, why were you embarrassed that you said that? Because that is not for her to say. It's for you to say. And to me. So I was awkward.
What does it take to be Priyanka Karki?
You can never be me.
Ooh.
Because I have my own life, I have my own struggles, and I have my own journey. So
I love it.
Trying to be me is going to be a waste of your life. You should try to be yourself, find your own authenticity.
Has anybody tried hitting on you recently?
Because we're public figures, I get the craziest pickup lines on my DMs and all that sometimes.
Really?
People really genuinely trying hard to impress me, which I find cute funny sometimes. But the art to just reach out to a person and, you know, say what you're feeling. So it's constantly boiransa. But it makes me feel good actually. So
Ayush, in a word.
Mine.
No, your biggest competition.
My biggest competition needs to be myself. As a banda bholi, I need to be better than myself, than the work that I've been doing.
I really wanted a name.
The kind of roles that they do, the kind of energy they put into that role is something I will never be able to do because that role is theirs.
Oh.
They got the role, they landed the role, they did it their certain way. So त्यो levelमा त्यो मेरो कहिले पनि competition हुँदैन के. If it had come to me, I would do it another way. Every actress is good in her own space, in her own time, in her own ways. I can't be better than somebody else. Nobody else can be better than me because I have my own qualities and they have their own qualities.
Okay, I'm
and you
convinced.
should not compare them.
I'm convinced. Otherwise, I was like, "Mo naam bhanaera chhadchu didilai bhaneko ta ulta malai la." Okay, one line for your fans watching this right now.
I think I've come to a point where I feel like you, your truth, and your family are the only things that matter in life. Everything else is very temporary. But your realization, you have to reach a certain point in life. It won't just come to you. Whatever age you are in, whatever you're going through, just know that eventually it's going to be okay. You'll find that peace and you'll be where you have to be in life.
Whatever you do, you always break societal norms. What is the next thing you want to break?
Intention is never to actually break societal norms. It's just that I just live my life according to my own ways. And I don't want to please anybody by the things that I do. Oh, samaj sa, society sa, I respect that. But that should not dictate how I should live my life. Mero values, the way I see my life and the things that I want to do should come from within me. So if there's something that I feel like is not right, then I'll always go ahead and try to make it right. And it might not be right for everybody else, but as long as it's right by me, and as long as I can look at the mirror every day and stand proud and tall, I don't really care.
I rest my case. I'm done. Beautiful. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, this was wonderful. Thank you. My questions
Thank
are
you
over.
for asking such nice questions too.
My guestहरूलाई लास्टमा मलाई question सोध्नु भन्छु के. I want you guys to ask one question.
I introduced you to Stuart, once we met.
Oh yes!
Remember?
You guys are glowing. I'm like, who are they?
And there's this radiance about you know what I mean? No, I'm not talking just about your beauty.
I'm flattered.
I think you're genuinely a good person.
Thank
know
you,
what I mean?
Yeah, that she is.
And you being a media personality in front of the camera, how do you do that? I think you should be talking to people and letting them know how to be. Because I think, honestly.
It's too much for me.
No, I think you should.
It means a lot coming from you because I've always looked up to you, like the way you've presented yourself, the way you speak. Like once you start speaking, I'm like, wow. मैले तपाईलाई actually राति message गरेको थिएँ नि. राति के. I saw her TikTok before I went to sleep, and she said something that was, oh my God, I was mind blown. You sleep with good feeling.
You didn't answer my question though, because अहिले यस्तो cancel culture छ, move fat मान्छेले जे पाइ त्यही भनिदिन्छ, not thinking about how a person's feeling, हैन?
Yeah.
When I'm interacting with someone, if they say something awkward or something that I don't like, I always put myself in their place. I'm like, okay, केही न केही त भइरहेछ होला. But having said that, म त्यति patient पनि छैन. There are times when I snap. I'm like, oh my God, like you can't take me for granted.
Sure.
I draw
That's
a line.
good. That's fantastic. Are you somebody who meditates besides working out?
I used to.
You used to, right? So it's still there.
But I do try to practice mindfulness whenever I can.
Right? That's what I wanted to hear. I was waiting for that answer because I know you are that kind of person.
I'm so uncomfortable right now coming from you.
You're not going to edit
nervous
this. Make sure this is there. Because people need to know.
See, I was nervous about interviewing you guys. I had to sitting down with you,
Yeah.
like two powerful, women. I was nervous. I swear. I
wanted to have you
guys.
amazing.
Thank you.
And this is one of the best interviews I've given. That which
Actually,
was genuine, and it was fun to talk about the things that are relevant.
Priyanka Di, amazing how you're doing everything in your life. We really, really look up to you.
Thank you so much.
And we're always starstruck when we see you.
I think in 2 years it's going to be 20 years that I started working.
Wow.
In 2025 it's going to be 20 years.
The kind of contribution you've given to this industry.
Amazing.
You are somebody who should have a house in south of France, flat in Malaysia. Kudos to you for contributing what you have.
Did you just say she has house in
No, she should be having that one, okay?
I'm like, do you, Didi? Please take me.
Nepalko industry, movie industry ma 2 decades there thrive
Exactly.
okay?
Just say yes.
तर उत्तिकेर बसेछ.
Someday you're gonna.
You know what I'm saying?
And your comeback has always been stronger, stronger than before. And we really appreciate what you guys are doing. Before you guys go, we have gift hamper for you guys from
which is
Khukri
what we
Rum.
came for.
So that you guys can enjoy tonight.
I came here for the food and the gifts.
Yes, the beautifully curated gift box from
Thank you.
Khukri
This is
Rum.
so beautiful and quite heavy.
यस्तो खालको bottle के, it's really nice. Oh, it has a measure as well.
Cocktail बनाउनको लागि.
Oh.
Khukri has, I think, made it so
really
beautifully.
Nice.
Thank you.
And you guys are the first one to receive Khukri Rum's spice rum.
Thank
So-
you.
Thank you, Khukri.
Such a beautiful bottle.
Wow.
Good job, Khukri.
It looks so premium.
Oh, very good looking bottle.
Thank you so much, Dee.
Thank you.
It was so nice to have you
Asmi.
guys.
Thank you for having us here. Thank you.
Thank you, Asmi. Always so much fun meeting you.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting the two of us.
again.
That was such an insightful conversation with two of my favorites. So fun. I cannot wait to be back with more episodes. Till then, like, share, subscribe to Wow Magazine, and I'll see you next time.